turn to the final thing on the Vikings with special teams. You had a kicker and a punter, both of them a little bit on the watch list, and the punter has stepped up and done well the last several weeks. But Blair Walsh continues to be a little bit of adventure going out there. Do you have concerns, Pete? At what point do you bring somebody into practice to at least look at another leg?
That's so hard to do. I mean, it's so hard to find a good kicker. It's really tough, especially when the ills of Blair Walsh don't really make any sense. I mean, the guy's been kicking field goals like crazy, but the extra points have been killing him. So it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not it's a mental thing, and if it's a mental thing, you just kind of hope he works his way out of it. At what point do you bring somebody else in? I think kicker is a different position. I don't think that kickers lack motivation or focus. I mean, it's something else that goes on in their heads. They're like starting pitchers in baseball. They're like goalies in hockey. They're just a different breed. And you just, I think, have to buy in and say, you know what? You're our guy until we can't take it anymore. And then when we can't take it anymore, it's not going to be we'll bring people in to put pressure on you. We're going to just get rid of you and bring in somebody else. So for Blair Walsh, hopefully he'll get that thing figured out mentally.
So, one of the things I've never heard you say they're a different breed. That was the same term used for you and Mike Morris, but yet I've never heard either of you say some of my best friends are kickers. I never hear that.
No, you never do. That's the thing. Because they're not normal. They're, like I said, they're just different. They're just different people. When the game's over, they take the pads off. They blend in with the crowd. They have a different existence, a different life. I mean, there are a hell of a lot more of them that are known for what they haven't done than what they have done. You know what I mean? It's a position where it's almost as if you get recognized more for your failures than your successes. I mean, just look at Gary Anderson. He was perfect for an entire season, and no one remembers that except for the one that he missed, right? I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. And that's the down that you buy when you're a kicker. I mean, you're not going to necessarily be arthritic when you're 50 years old. You're not going to be beat up and broken bones and everything else. But you have a totally different type of pressure on you. And, you have to be a little different mentally to be able to handle all that.
Well, you say that. I mean, you don't probably see a lot of speaking engagements for a guy that had a great success with Buffalo Bills. Don't see Scott Norwood getting a whole lot of speaking engagements here.
No, you don't. Like I said, that's the thing. I mean, you just don't. Those guys just don't make. You don't see a ton of them in the Hall of Fame. It's just a different type of deal.